Hey guys, welcome back for part two of the stream today. You can see I have my different setup. Um, okay, so just a quick little. Oh, that box is gonna break if I open that like that. Very heavy on one side. Um, so big ass box of trading cards, 36 packs in here. Um, I opened nine on the last stream, and we had two packs that were repeat packs that were exactly the same. Um, Full disclosure, I don't fully remember what was in each of the last packs, so I don't know if there's going to be like repeats again, but if we have repeats of what are in these ones, we will know it. I did what I said I was going to do on the last one, and I pre-opened all of them because these have been sitting in a box unopened since 1991, and that made them a giant pain in the ass to open. I don't know what it was about these ones, but they were like glued together. So not all of them, two of them opened kind of ugly, but they're open. So we go. But there's nice crinkly sounds.
Very nice, Klinka. Did you buy a binder for them?
So I do have, because I have this whole series of trading cards that I've been doing. I actually had a binder. I found it in a random drawer downstairs, and I went and I bought the little inserts that have like the
Mm-hmm.
slots for cards. So I have that, but I need to buy another pack because the pack that I bought only had like five or six. It was like a weird number, but I need to go buy more because they are stacking up. But I don't know what I'm gonna do with um, all the extras because I don't need like if I end up somehow with like two full sets or something close to that, I have no idea what to do with it because I don't need that. So I guess
Yeah.
if there's any cards that you think are hilarious that you decide you want, I will send them to you. And if anyone in the stream wants any of these cards, I you can DM me, donate $5 or whatever postage is, and I'll send it to you.
Well, you gotta make sure if they're worth anything first before you send them to someone.
These are, I did actually have a look, and because they made so many of these, they're only worth like a couple bucks, but
Oh.
it's just kind of one of those like at this point I'm like community sharing, you know?
Well, maybe in like 10 years it'll be worth something.
Who knows? There's always there's always a desire for anything that has Mario Andretti's face on it. So I have some of those. I have the first set had some of the icons, which is pretty cool. All right. These ones were not super stuck together. Some of these packs get all the way stuck together and they're impossible. But all right, first one, Gordon Johncock, which is slightly unfortunate. I've always thought that. If he was like driving nowadays, the internet would tear him apart for that.
True.
Then we have the 1989 Pocono 500 winner, Danny Sullivan. Always such an icon. Ooh, we have an all-time great card. These ones are fun. Um, Dwayne Carter Sr. They're all in like black and white, and it's like a different world back then.
Uh,
Then we have the 1990 Laguna Seca race. And the winner of that one was Danny Sullivan. You know, yesterday when Instagram was down for a little bit, which it went down in the middle, literally in the middle of me having a conversation with someone trying to like ask them if they wanted to be a guest on our show. So I had like a full like moment of panic. Um, but during that time, I was obviously on Twitter just to check to see if it was like just me or if it was down, and of course it was
Yeah,
trending. Um,
of course.
but some of the comments people were saying like the funniest shit. Like they get so salty when Instagram goes down. But
Yeah.
what made me laugh was just thinking about because I knew that you and I were going to do this and I knew that you had like photo cards for this. Someone was like, Instagram went down faster than Stray Kids did. And I was like, oh,
Oh,
it's
oh
like
my
that's
god.
such an aggressive opinion.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't even know. Like, is their music not doing well all of a sudden? Like, what happened?
No, their music, they're about to release a new album in what, like 10 days?
Well,
They're doing fine.
that makes it even more ridiculous then, because I thought it was like aggressive, but now it's aggressive and doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I have no idea. They're doing absolutely fine.
Oh man. Well, glad to hear.
Yeah.
Did you end up getting any more of their little like photo cards since the last time we talked about it?
I don't think so because I haven't got any new albums, but I did pre-order the one that's coming out on the 2nd. So
Hell yeah.
I will be getting photo cards. And both of the albums are signed.
Ooh. I love that.
Hell
I will
yeah.
always spend a little extra money to get the signed ones just because
Oh yeah.
it's like my little like nerd out moment. I'm like, yes, please sign this.
Exactly. Yes. I'm like, sure, yeah, it's like, I don't know, like $5 more. It's like,
It's so
yeah,
worth it every
absolutely.
time.
Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
I think someone I like is releasing a new album next month, June something, but his second single from the album uh comes out in like 2 days, and I'm like, yes.
Yes.
I've actually talked about him on the show before because um Steve Lukather of Toto, because one of the times recently, one of the last times we streamed together, I before the show getting ready was like full on karaokeing to Toto, and it like hurt my voice before the show.
Yeah.
But super excited based on the first single from his album. Excited to see what it's gonna look like, what it's gonna sound like.
Hell yeah.
The vibes are good so far.
Good.
All right, who's next? John Beekus, I think his name is. Full disclosure, because these are from before I was born, I don't know who all of these drivers are. So sometimes I'm like, oops. But if anyone in chat, like I said, if anyone in chat knows who someone is that I don't, feel free to educate because we love a learning moment here.
Hell yeah.
Then we have Michael Greenfield wearing his green driver suit. Oh, was he an IndyCar driver? Can you look this person up?
Yes.
um, Kevin
What
Cogan?
is Kevin Hogan?
I feel like I know his name from somewhere.
Former race car driver.
Was it only always IndyCar or was it something else?
Former race car driver who drove in Formula One from 1980 to 1981.
Okay.
Uh, moved over to IndyCar in 1982, but his career was cut short by a series of accidents.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
There was a 1982 Indianapolis 500 controversy.
What happened?
During qualifying, he set a new one lap track record of 204.6 miles per hour and a record 4 lap average of 204. He was beaten only by his teammate. He started from the middle of the front row. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, as the field approached the start finish line to start the race, he suddenly swerved right, touching and bouncing off of someone else's car and directly into the path of and collecting Mario Andretti. The
Oh
cars
my
of
God.
Dale Whittington and Roger Mears deeper in the field were also damaged due to the field checking up.
What the hell? I had no idea.
So he took out 4 other cars, including himself and
Oh
Andretti.
my God. Like at the start of the race.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So we found controversy in pack one.
Oh, apparently, Andretti on live radio and television said, "This is what happens when you have children doing a man's job up front."
Oh shit. But that also is like a very Mario quote. He would just lay it out there. And honestly, I would too.
That's funny.
Damn.
There you go.
Well,
That's who
see,
it is.
I knew his name. Controversy. All right, 2 cards left in this pack. We have this is a repeat from the last one. 1990 Indy 500 race winner, Ari Lyndike. And the last one in this one, someone else I don't know. Uh, Steve Saleen? Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, no idea. Okay. All right, let's see. Pack two, let's go.
Heck two.
This one, I didn't even open this one very hard, but the corner ripped off the packaging and I was like, ah. But it
Rude.
did make it easier to open. Easier for the cards to come out.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, these are stuck together. All right. First one. Scott Goodyear with his little hamster cage water bottle.
You do know, sir, when you're not wearing a helmet, you can drink normally from a water bottle, right? Actually, to be fair, I would absolutely drink from that all the time if I had one.
Right?
So I can't give him shit.
All right, then we have Randy Lewis. No idea, but he's looking at data on his computer from 1990. Oh my gosh.
He looks really happy about it.
Yeah, must have had a good race. Okay, and then we have Gary Bettenhausen. Talented family, the Bettenhausens. He was at the very end of his career um, in 1990 because it was his 25th season already. But he's still like, I want to do the 500. I'm like, you know what? I support it. And speaking of controversy,
Oh.
Al Unser. I talked about this a little bit in the last one, but he was also at this time at the end of his career because it was his 27th season. Um, super accomplished driver, but um, his kind of whole family, like him and like his son, there was a little bit of controversy over the years with new people coming in, like when Juan Pablo Montoya came over and he won the 500 like his first go, they were like, not just anybody can come in here and win this, and they meh, 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 and there was like a whole big thing, and they kind of got um it kind of stuck with them that
Yeah.
people they're like synonymous with kind of like being whiners and complainers sometimes instead of like looking at like all the stuff that they did, which is it's a little bit like, yeah, you can be the greatest ever, but if you like make controversial statements or, cause kind of a ruckus, people will associate that with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like I kind of said this in the last one, but on the front of this box is his son. And when I got the box and I was like, holy shit, this is so big, I took a picture of it and I sent it to one of my friends, and he was like, he looks like he's seconds away from complaining about something. And I was like, oh, like, okay. So it's a lot.
Yeah.
um, oh, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Um, then we have one that we saw in the last one, this exact same, because some of these people have multiple different cards, but this one is same picture and everything. We have Hiro Matsushita. Oh, this was his first season back then. Didn't know that. Ooh, who is this? Oh, that's awkward. Um, I turned it over to see because he has a name that could be considered to be like maybe like, German or whatever, but there's some sort of like foreign. I turned it over and it says he lived at, or at least at that time, it said his residence was a city in Washington, and I'm like, huh, never
Huh.
heard of him. Didn't know that. Um, but it's Ludwig Heimrath Jr.
Ooh, that's a name.
You should look him up because I want to see.
Okay. Midwig. Canadian race car driver.
Oh, he's Canadian. Okay.
Born in 1956. Let's see. Former race car driver in open wheel and sports car racing. Born in Ontario. Started in go karts. Competed in IMSA.
Did he?
Yes,
Interesting.
in 1981 and 1982.
Oh, okay.
1983. He competed in the Robert Bosch Super B Series.
Oh, what's that?
No clue.
Never heard of that.
He also drove a prototype in the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Ooh.
Blah, blah, blah. More IMSA. His highest finish at the Indy 500 was 13th.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right. Well, little factoids, things I didn't know. But just when I saw like the Washington thing, I was like, huh. All right. Then we have an in memory card, and this is, ooh, I don't want to butcher his last name. Jim Hurtubise? Maybe? Mhm. I got distracted reading what was on the back. Oh, then we have a checklist card, which I'll just put that aside. And then the 1990 Toronto race. They really, in the 90s, raced everywhere. Because now it's, let's see, who won this race? Al Unser Jr. But they would race, do multiple races in Canada. They would race in Australia. Like, IndyCar was all over the place in the 90s. And I kind of wish they would bring some of that back. Maybe not Australia because everyone suffers in America when F1 races in Australia. That was brutal with the time difference. But, you know, some other places would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh God, this one didn't open very well. But
Oop,
all right,
that's
pack
me.
three. What do you got? Cards that are stuck together. Okay, we have Roberto Guerrero. I feel like his hair looks really soft. Looks well managed. Jeez. Oh, hey, I know him. It's Jeff Brabham. Brabham now makes incredible like hypercars. I think you could consider them hypercars. But they go fast and they look good and I want to drive one. So, what up? Oh, then we have a racing relatives card. And it's John and Michael Andretti. I like that they would do things like this on these cards and have like a variation.
Yeah.
Because you don't just want to be looking at like people all the time, you know? Just give me something
Right.
fun, you know? It's like getting a shiny.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have Dominic Dobson. Oh, there you go. And then who's next? Oh, Bernard Jourdain. Fancy. That's so funny. Sometimes it's so funny to me to see like all like the old school sponsors that you would never see today.
Yeah. Corona.
Corona Light. Although that one does make sense because it says residence Mexico City. So
Mhm.
I think it's always fun when you have like, because sometimes this will still happen. Like I notice in drag racing, if someone from like Australia comes over, they'll have like an Australian brand on the side of their car. So I think that stuff is kind of cool
Yeah.
when they can bring like their local or like regional stuff with them.
Right.
Then we have Johnny Rutherford. Shout out to this lady in the background desperately trying to see and get a good look at him. Memorialized on this
Peeking.
card forever.
Could you imagine, like, you're obviously a fan if you're at an event like that and that
Yeah.
close to the people. So you're just like, you buy some cards one day, maybe for your kid or something like that, and they're going through their photos and they're like, Bob, my luck, you're in this one.
Honestly, when they started filming 100 Days to Indy and I saw they had some bits and pieces with Tony, my greatest fear was that there was somehow going to be a clip from his stream of me like having a conversation with him or like giving him shit or donating bits because I say the stupidest shit in our bit messages, but it's only things that he and I would know. And if the world saw it, I would die. So I completely understand that.
Yeah.
Then we have a third generation driver car, Bill Vukovich the third. I also like the variation of photos that you get on these cards because some of them are like candids or like action shots, and then there's some that are like obviously like these ones very like pose for the camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, then we have an all-time greats card, Sam Hanks. I hope that this was just for the photo because this man is wearing a t-shirt. I hope he wasn't whipping around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in a t-shirt. Let's see. Length of IndyCar career 1940 to 1957. That's crazy.
I mean, he
Obviously,
may have been in a t-shirt.
he actually may have been, yeah. Um, let's see. First Indy 500 was 1940, and then the war happened. So in 1946, when everyone was kind of like coming back, that's when they had the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, he did end up, he came close a couple times, but in 1957, he did win the Indy 500. And then what's this? The race card, 1990 Nazareth race. Some of these places don't even exist anymore. Um, Won by the man himself, Emerson Fittipaldi, Mr. Orange Juice at the Indy 500. Because they have the thing because it's Indiana and dairy farmers or whatever. Everyone drinks their milk, but Emo owned Orange Groves, and he was like, "I'm gonna drink orange juice," and there's nothing you can do about it. And they're like, "Okay, fine, you can have your orange juice."
Sure.
All right, that was a good one. No, this pack is stupidly messed up on the inside. Um, no repeats so far, which now that I said that, I probably jinxed myself. Oh, oh, there's a good one in here. Okay. First up, Tom Sneva, bit of a legend. And by the time, this card, he's one of those where by the time this card was like published, he was kind of at the end of his career because in 1990 it was his 18th season.
Yeah.
Oh, who's this? Stan Fox. Hmm. Let's see. 1990 would have been his fourth season. Ooh. And he finished 33rd in the Indy 500 that year. So not great.
Not great.
Okay, this is one of the ones that I wanted you to see. I'm glad that there was a repeat of it. So I have always said that the best hair in the paddock in the 90s belonged to Arie Luyendyk. This hair is not as good as the one that he had like next year, but I mean, look at that mane.
Oh my god.
uh,
That's a lot of hair.
it's a lot of hair. I'll have to see if I can dig out from my other set the one to show you later where the hair was better because that one was like illustrious. All right, then we have who's this? Jeff Wood. You don't even have to tell me that this card is from like 1990. I can just tell by looking at it. Like look at his glasses. Like that is just the
Oh,
90s
yeah.
eyeglasses like personified.
Yup. Pretty sure my dad had a pair of those.
Then we have wow, this pack is full of people I don't know. So we love learning. Then we have Rocky Moran. I wonder if that's his actual name or like a nickname. This is like the dumbest thing, but I flipped it over and saw it where it said his place of residence, which was Coto de Caza in California. And the Real Housewives of Orange County has absolutely ruined that for me because they all in season one lived in Coto. So
Of
now
course.
that's like the thing that like my brain automatically thinks. I just get images of Vicky Gumbelson screaming about how she sells insurance. Okay, then we have Phil Kruger. I'm gonna have to go back later just for funsies to see if any of these drivers have the same birthday as me. Um, all right, then we have John Jones. Oh, there we go. It's a familiar name. I feel like they were saying it's Dale Coyne, but um I feel like they were saying on the qualifying broadcast yesterday that because they were talking about the Dale Coyne racing cars getting in, but how I think they said he himself never made a 500 or something crazy. Like I don't think I knew that. If that is actually what they were saying.
I like his jacket on the other side.
Oh yeah. And then we have the 1990 Phoenix race. Um, if this is the same track where NASCAR still races, then all this like hill area back there, they call it like Snake Hill or something, because there's just like rattlesnakes and like Arizona things, crazy animals that just roam back there
Arizona thing.
next to the racetrack, scorpions and shit. Um, that one was that one was won, geez, by Rick Mears. All right, not bad. Four packs down, no repeats yet.
Nice.
Oh God. Oh, that's sad.
Oh,
Why? Wait, hold on. Oh, that's sad. Remember like 2 packs ago when we had that third generation driver card?
uh-huh.
Here's his in memory card.
Oh, well.
Yeah. 1990, he was practicing for a CRA sprint car race in Bakersfield when he lost his life, unfortunately. Geez, what a sad start.
Yeah.
Oh. Um, okay. Ooh, this is an interesting one with the glasses and the suit unzipped all the way to the belt. Taro Palmroth. He's like, I'm cooler than everybody. Oh, he's from Finland. I didn't know that.
Oh.
Oh, that's another checklist card. Put that down there. Oh, then we have Dean Hall. Yes, apparently they did make a whole land out of fins. Who knew? Um, oh, this was his first season, and he actually had like decent results. Oh my God. It's Eddie Cheever. So no way. Can you look Eddie Cheever up for me? Because I want to find out if his place of residence is where he was actually born.
Okay. How you spell the last name again?
Cheever.
C
Yes, it is a very good thing his first name was not Oprah. That would have been awkward.
Uh, born January 10th, 1958. La la la. Born in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay, because on this thing it says he was living in Rome, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, it does say that right there. Though born in Phoenix, Arizona, he lived in Rome, Italy as a child.
Okay, that's crazy. Ooh, there we go. It's Mo. Yay.
Yay.
Maybe you are. Look into that family tree. Oh, this is a good one. Purely because of 90s technology. We have Diddy or Thays, but look at that cell phone. Oh, it's a brick.
It's beautiful.
And he is Belgian.
Ooh.
So much diversity. Oh my god. Hi to my family at home. It's Scott Pruitt. Honestly, dropping one of those old school 90s phones would like break a toe. Those things were heavy.
True.
And then we have the 1990 Mid Ohio race, won by Michael Andretti with the second place finish from Mario Andretti.
Wow.
Father son podium. We love. Indeed. Ugh, this pack is like shedding plastic everywhere.
Yep.
All right, next one. Ooh, that one opens very nice. Ooh, except for that part. Oh, that's interesting. Because they always stick like a race card on the back, but this one has a
Uh-huh.
race card at the front too, so I was confused for a second.
Oh.
This one
Special
is
pack.
for real. This one is. Oh wait. Mm, I might have opened one like this. Maybe it was this one in the first set because it looks familiar, but I'll check later. But we have the 1990 Detroit race, the statue in the back,
Ooh.
won by Michael Andretti. Oh yeah, they're building in Vegas for the F1 race. That's right. Okay, I feel like I definitely opened this pack, or maybe pieces of it. So we have Wally Dallenbach Jr. And we have Jeff Andretti. This was his first season. Then we have the 1990 Indy qualifying record holder, Emerson Fittipaldi. I feel like Emma looks exactly the same. Like, he aged well. What's that? Oh, wow. Let's see. It says on Sunday, May 13th, 1990, Emerson set New 1 and 4 lap qualifying records at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Earlier in the day, he had set the IndyCar fans on their ears with a lap of 228.102 miles an hour in practice. At precisely 4:36 p.m., he made it official, setting new track records on each lap. On each lap, his final marks: lap one, 225.575, and lap four, 225.301. Does that mean okay? Yeah. So this is still the same, I guess. In because the picture on the back is him for getting the pole award with a check for $100,000. And if you
Uh-huh.
still get that's the same now. If you get the pole, you get $100,000. It's pretty cool. And they make the P1 awards because everyone that qualifies on the pole gets a P1 award throughout the year, but the ones for the Indy 500 are shaped slightly different, which I think is cool.
Ooh.
I'd like to have a Schumacher card too. I'm sure they exist somewhere, but if they do, they're probably very expensive. Um, this one is a repeat from earlier, Bernard Jourdain. And then we have another John Jones. Um, have a 1989 Michigan 500 winner, Michael Andretti. Um, it says he lives in Mexico City, so I think it's a regional thing. Then we have this is a cool photo. The 1990 Indy 500. Look at them all stacked up like that. I think that's so fun. Um, yeah, this was the one that was won by Ari Landick. Right? It's cool. And then, oh yeah, this one was definitely the last one. It's the 1990 Cleveland race, which is so funny to think that it was just like somewhere in Cleveland, like we're gonna race, but where where is there water there?
Um, there's probably a lake somewhere.
I'm sure.
I think the north side of Ohio is on one of the Great Lakes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
And then that race was won by Danny Sullivan. Because I feel like, is the Ohio River a thing? I feel like that's a thing.
Yes. Did you say it was in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cleveland's right on Lake Erie.
Okay. All right, we have 3 packs left. We cruising.
Cruising.
Oh my god. Ugh, it's so stuck. Ugh, okay. Oh. Oh, maybe not a. We have. Stop me if you've seen this before. 1990 Detroit race. um. Then we have Derek Daly, Connor Daly's dad. For those that don't know,
Oh, that woman is wearing. Was that a jean jumpsuit?
it's definitely double denim. I think that's his Connor's mom. That is like the 90s in an outfit right there.
Yeah. That's a lot of jean
It's
going
a
on.
lot of denim. Oh, okay. We have another Scott Pruitt. Then we have Scott Harrington.
A lot of Scots.
A lot of Scotts. I feel like this one should be part of like Dynasty with the Harrington last name or whatever there was. Carrington? It was something close, but it's very like uppity. Okay. We
I
have
like that car.
something I don't know. What? This one?
The green one, yeah.
Yeah. What's it say on the side? Sponsor. It says Holloway something, and then on the bottom it says cars and cars.
Just all right.
And we go with it. um, Someone I don't know. Davy Jones.
Davy Jones' locker. Oh my God,
See,
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I thought that too, and then I also thought like it was like a band or a musician or something, Davy Jones from back in the day. I'm like, are you any of these things?
Definitely a pirate.
For sure. We have another Dale coin. Oh, we have a repeat of an all-time great card with Dwayne Carter Sr. Have a repeat 1990 Phoenix race. Still won by Rick Mears.
Didn't
And
change.
no, the 1990 Milwaukee race. This photo I like a lot with the team cars. It reminds me a lot of when there's a pass like this that the Blue Angels do during their demo,
Mm.
where it's like a mirror thing. That one won by Alonso Jr. Oh man, can you imagine?
Kindergarten.
How old is Max in
Let me
relation to,
Google it.
yeah, in relation to us?
Let's see. Yeah. He was born in September 1997.
He's younger than us?
Correct.
Oh God. I thought with that attitude he had to be older.
No, with that attitude, it makes sense he's younger.
I mean, attitude is passed down hardcore from his dad. And we all know his dad is oof, 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 oof. Um, second, oh, second to last pack. This one just decided to come open like this. I like barely touched it. It was like splinter all the way open. Oh, for the love of God, man. Um, I bought these in ooh, a giant box. Here, let me close the lid so you can get the full scale. A giant box on eBay. Um, this is, I think, what they call a hobby pack, and they would sell these to like comic book stores and places like that. And when those places would close down or there would be like extras from the factory, they would just end up on the market and people would buy them. And this was um, completely sealed when I bought it. So there's 36 packs in here. Yeah, eBay has been a great resource for me. I have I it's funny because it's my whole trading card thing started off with just one card. Um, I was looking for old school like um hydroplane racing stuff because that's like a big thing here with during the summer with like Seafair and all that. And I found this is still the best card I've ever bought. This Dave Villwock card, and I had to buy it because one of this picture and two because my dad went to high school with him and they know each other, and I thought it was just so funny. Um, and then it became just kind of a thing where I bought, a couple more and then branched into like drag racing ones and let's see, trying to keep them in order. What's this? Oh, this is a signed Eddie Hill, and there's some more IndyCar ones and all that stuff. But because originally I wanted to get, I saw last year that F1 had trading cards, and I decided if they were going to make them for the 23 season that I wanted to get them so we could like unbox them here because we're doing fantasy this year, but I haven't seen any this year. So are they out? Did they make them? Like I don't know what's happening with that.
I would assume it would come out after the season's over, because then they can put all the stats from the season on it if they wanted to.
I mean, that makes sense. A lot of the times these have the stats from the previous year.
Yeah.
So I wonder, but I've never actually seen like what any. It's funny because I bought you some of the F1 ones, but I don't have one myself, so I don't know what they look like or what any of the information is on it. But I don't know. I guess I'll keep checking and see if they actually do make them.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll show up on the F1 store at some point.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Tanner Faust is great. Great dude, super talented. So, second to last fact. Stop me if you've heard this before. 1990 Detroit race. I could fill a whole binder with just this card. Then we have another Kevin Kogan. I might send that one to you just so you can have the controversy. So we can each have a controversial one. We have a Phil Kruger, another Johnny Rutherford with Lady peering in the background. Oh, rest in peace, Bill. Even though this is his generational card. Oh, here's a new. Mm, is this one new? Did I open this last time? Um, this is an all-time great card. Tony Bettenhausen Sr. He was the father of Gary Bettenhausen and I think his brother's Tony Jr. But like I said, super talented family. Um, his IndyCar career was from 1946 to 1961, which long time. Oh, we have a checklist card. I have a 1990 Long Beach race, won by Alonso Jr., and a 1990 Portland race, which, since they brought it back IndyCar to Portland, I have yet to go. This is another one won by Michael Andretti with a second place Mario Andretti. Um, I have yet to go to Portland since they brought it back a couple years ago because it's always like the same weekend. It's like Labor Day or is it Labor Day? Um, but it's the same weekend as the US Nationals for the NHRA, and that's like the biggest race of the year, so I'm always like crazy working. But I would like to go because my dad back in the day went to, I think he saw IndyCar there, and then there was like an IMSA race there once. Before it was IMSA, it was American Le Mans. Um, but he says it's like a really cool track, and I don't know how I've never been because I've been to drag strips in Portland, but never to that track. But I'd like to go. It'd be fun. So maybe this year, maybe next year. Okay. Are we ready for the last pack of the day?
Yeah, buddy.
Woo! Oh, that one ripped in a weird way. I'm telling you, sitting in a box. Wow, that was stuck. Sitting in a box since 1990 did not help the glue on these things. All right. Ow. Ooh, stabby. Um, Allenser Jr. God, there was one, I have to dig it out. It's from the first pack. One of these cards had like a nice picture on the front, and the picture on the back was like so out of pocket because it was this guy, it was the driver, like mid crash flying through the air.
Oh.
And like, it's an impressive photo. Like, props to whoever got it, but like, how are you gonna do that to a person? Just like, by the way, your photo for everyone to see is that time when you crashed and went flying through the air.
Right.
Then we have John Andretti. Oh, and then the man himself, Mario. I love him so much. I do. He can do no wrong. It's like one of those things where, like, maybe it was last year or the year, or maybe it was a couple years ago. There was some kind of bullshit controversy going around Motorsports Twitter, and people were just being insane, like people like to do. But it's one of those things where, like, Mario spoke about it, and then it's like, that's it. Like, once Mario speaks on it, it just is. Like, it's done.
Yeah.
Just kind of the way it should be. And then we have Tony Bettenhausen. One thing that I think is really cool about these cards is we get to see like the families that were in, motorsports, because there is a lot of across all the series. It's very like family oriented, which is so fun. I love that so much because I mean, my main thing is I want to do race car shit with my dad.
Yeah.
And the fact that, they were out there doing it then and people are still doing it now, I think it's the best.
Yeah.
Then we have Willie T. Ribbs, who I don't know if he's back to do it again this season, but he did one season driving of that SRX series in the first series, and then he was doing some commentating for it last time, which was cool. He's kind of crazy, but like in like a fun, in like the best way. Like all these old
Yeah.
race car drivers are a little bit insane, but they're super fucking funny. Um, oh, then we have a very popular man right now, Bobby Rahal, who also just looks like the 1990s personified in this photo. Oh, this is a new one to me. Mike Groff. Yeah, Bobby Rahal did rock the facial hair. Okay, this was his first season. Second to last card, we have once again Mr. Davy Jones. Um, I'm more like obsessed with the guy that's standing behind him because he looks like he just came out of like the 80s into the 90s. Like the long hair, the mustache, like a Kit Kat fire suit. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? And the last card, the 1990 Cleveland race.
Perfect. What a great
Oh
finish
gosh.
card.
Oh,
Uh,
they were really like, we're gonna get people to like Ohio. have 17 of this card.
Yeah. You're like, don't forget Cleveland. Guys, come on.
Cleveland matters. Like, does it?
Remember Cleveland.
That wasn't too bad.
No,
I'm
there wasn't
surprised there was
too many
no
repeats.
repeat packs.
Yeah.
Lots of repeat cards, mostly
Yeah.
Detroit and Cleveland.
Yeah. It started out so well, and then of course, as soon as you mentioned that there wasn't any so far, it
Yeah,
kind of went downhill from there. It heard you.
it did. Ugh. And next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on what I got going on, we are going to open the remaining 18 packs.
So
That's
many.
gonna be a long one. I'm gonna need snacks. I kind of want a snack now because I didn't get to eat before we started.
Yeah, it's my dinner time.
Oh, it is dinner time for you. I forget time difference.
True.
What you having?
I ordered food from a what would it be considered? Probably Mediterranean
Ooh, I love
or
Mediterranean.
Middle Eastern, kind of in that area.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I didn't meal plan because I was so tired at the end of the weekend because IndyCar stuff. I didn't meal plan
Yeah.
for this week, so I don't have a set thing on what I want to have. I might have salmon.
Ooh,
I might do like a roasted salmon because I have dill and I have lemon, so I might do that. Maybe like a salad or something on the side. I don't know.
baby roasted potatoes.
Oh, I do have potatoes.
I love potatoes with fish
Oh, me too. Oh, there
and
was this
like
one.
asparagus.
Ooh, I had asparagus the other night. So good.
Love
Roasted,
asparagus. Ugh.
the best. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, there was this one thing. I haven't made it since the first time. I need to make it again. I made I think I told you about it when I did it because I was like, "Oh my God, this was amazing." It was like a white fish that I did with like a coconut rice and oh my
Oh yes,
God.
yes, you
Oh, it was
did.
so good.
Yum. Love a good coconut rice.
Oh, it was from
Mm,
like it was like an authentic like the website I found it on was like authentic recipes and oh my God, it tasted
yum.
authentic. Yeah, it's only 4 o'clock for me, so I have a few hours before dinner and I definitely want like a snack, but is a snack gonna be like half my pantry? Need to make sure I don't do that. But yeah, I think that's it for this one. Um, I knew that it would be fun to have you here when I was opening things because most of the time I'm just talking to myself or yelling at chat when I'm doing it. So extra commentary is always fun, and having you to look people up was a win.
Hell yeah.
um, but yeah, see the thing about these opening streams is they always go late, so we're always happy to have anyone show up at any time.
True. True. And it's like you don't really miss too much if you come in late because with the fact of well, maybe you won't see the repeats, but
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
yeah,
You won't know it's a repeat until we say it.
exactly. And for anything missed, it will be on our YouTube channel, which
True.
will be on Spotify too, but YouTube will see it a couple hours first beforehand. um, but yeah, I think that'll do it for this one. Emu, final thoughts. Oh, I didn't ask you final thoughts in the first one, but oh well. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts are I hope I win with my guesses.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a lot of repeats.
It was a lot of repeats. More than I almost honestly would have just preferred like a repeat pack instead of singular repeat cards because every time I saw one, I was like, ugh, a little bit of my soul died. um, but yeah, I agree in that. What? Oh my God, what? One of my neighbors is doing something outside all of a sudden, and I can see it happening, and I'm like, I can't. Somehow in like every single stream for the past like 5 streams, me bitching about my neighbors has made it in because it's like I swear to God, like when I do it, because like I start at like 2 o'clock sometimes, and if it's nice, these people will stay home from work and start every single piece of like yard equipment they have, and I'm like, but this one, someone was like backing up into their driveway, but they had a trailer, and it seemed like there was a bit of a struggle, but I think he got it. It seems like his mailbox is still intact. Exactly. Why? With nothing if not consistent. Um, but yeah, so next week, the final 18 packs. Pray for my sanity. um,
Good luck.
Send snacks. Send me money for snacks. I'm kidding. Don't. But we need to do actually. I've been thinking about this. There is a company that sponsors Antron Brown in NHRA on his Top Fuel car. They are called Sturdy Wheat. They make like pancake mixes and like all sorts of like dry mixes like that. Um,
Yeah.
they're Minnesota based, as are you.
Nice.
Um,
Yes.
and I've made friends with their social media team. So I think it would be so fun to do a stream where I buy some of their stuff and we just have like we like cross
Pancake.
worlds and I have like pancake tasting. We could do it together. You could buy we could each buy different ones and then we could have like a pancake tasting or whatever they have.
Yeah.
Because they have other things too. They have like breads and cakes and things that look delicious and I'm like, I need to just buy all that. So yeah, maybe that would be a fun thing to do. I'm always trying to think of
Yeah.
like different like fun things we could do that still like tie the worlds together. um, I think this is going to be like my third attempt at ending this stream because I keep saying other things. But Indy 500 is coming May 28th. Everybody tune in. It's going to be spicy, I think, but it's going to be good. And I'm excited about it. I mean, I'm obviously like a little bit nervous because it's always a little bit nerve-wracking to see your friends race and
Yep. Yep.
especially for Tony, I hope because this is his last 500, I hope that he can get a good result.
Yeah.
Because even though he's not like retiring from racing in general, it's just like his whole career, 20
Yeah.
some years as an IndyCar
Mhm.
driver. And you want it to be like a good finish.
Right.
And also, I picked him, so I hope he wins extra. Um, but yeah, we will see you next time, guys. Thanks for hanging out and following along and subscribing and all that jazz. Um, but yeah, well, actually, I'll see you guys on Friday for my 100 Days to Indy recap. And yeah, bye guys.